You know, you know what's crazy about being in the silver gold community? It's led me to other things, right? And you guys know that when you start stacking silver and gold and platinum and buying Bitcoin and just being your own central or decentralized bank, you learn stuff, right? One of the main things I learned about was prepping, right? Getting prepped for things that are not that good right now and everything else. And I was just talking to a guy named John, really nice guy. I'm just taking a walk. I'm actually far away from where I stay. I'm taking a walk, and I like to talk to the less fortunate. You can call them homeless, you can call them whatever you want, but people that are right now, they're down on their luck, and a lot of them are really happy, you know. But what I've learned is that you got to be ready, right? Because this is not the world that we grew up in, guys. It's really not. And I think I'm gonna make some changes to this channel. As you guys know, Jerry loves silver, Bitcoin, platinum, and gold in that order. You guys know me. But I love other things too, right? And I've been putting some cash into other things, other assets like food and essentials that I need to buy with that said other four things that I talked about, those money slash investment slash whatever you want to call that stuff, right? And I've been doing some thinking, you know. I was just talking to the guy, John. He had a shopping cart and he was pushing it. And he had a radio in his shopping cart. And I started to talk to him and an idea hit on me. We started talking and I wanted to turn the camera on and kind of interview him and ask him, you know, because we all have a story, right? They talk about, you know, people being celebrities or some kind of sports athlete, self-made millionaire, whatever. We're all self-made into something. We're all turned to be something. And there's a lot more, in my opinion. I don't know if this is a fact or not, sorry. There's a lot more people that are less fortunate than there are that are celebrities and multimillionaires and stuff like that. And I think it's important to figure out how that person got there, right? We're all born into this world. We come out of our mother's womb, and then something happens in the course of being a baby, a child, teenager, young adult, then adult, and then what we turn out to be. And a lot of it is choices and decisions. But I firmly believe in personal responsibility. But then there's some circumstances that because the person didn't have a certain kind of education or self way of learning things about saving money and putting it away, their parents didn't teach them that. They weren't ready for the storm when it came, or whatnot, or whatever it is, right? And I was talking to John, and as I realized I wanted to do an interview with him, so I asked him if I could, and he politely turned me down. And the reason he did that was because he was listening to his game, and he wasn't really, I think I kind of caught him off guard, but he told me he's gonna be over at the library, and he said I can come talk to him. Really nice guy. But I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start hitting the streets, and while I'm still here in the streets. And what I mean by the streets is I plan on homesteading. I want to get out of, I used to call it the rat race when it comes to the financial stuff, but it really is a rat race. I want to get out of the situation I'm in now and connect with nature. I want to have a sustainable life and not depend on the city, the state, or the government because they're not dependable. We rely on them for so many things that if they just cut one thing off, we'd be screwed. You know, if we didn't have wheat and electricity and, you know, a lot of things that we're accustomed to, we'll be messed up. So I'm really planning and focusing on doing that. But while I'm in the process of doing that, I'm still going to be stacking my essentials, and I'm going to keep my head on a swivel. And every single day I'm going to learn something that I didn't know before. I don't know if this is more important, but taking away a bad idea that I thought was good. And I used to think in the past, because the past is dead now, I used to think that having a big house and a fancy car and being quote unquote rich was a good life, But I quickly realized that's not what makes me happy. I see people on social media, and I don't think I'm going to be on social media too much longer, except for something like this to talk to you guys. I see them just showing their food off, showing their clothes and their money and what they're doing, and I'm sitting there going, why would you do that, And they do it because they're people are very egotistical, and they have low self-esteem, I believe. And it's just crazy what people have become, and they're so distracted. There's so many distractions that I see from my loved ones and family members that they do. Even me, I went to a friend of mine's house the other day, and I spent a little time with them because I love them. They're my friend, And I went to see them, and of course, when I see them, I start talking about, the things that I love and getting ready and being ready, and of course, silver and gold, and then they start rolling their eyes like, oh, here he goes again. And I'm thinking, they got no idea, because I'm the conspiracy theorist. I'm the crazy guy, right? When I go to my friend's house, and I'm sure you guys can relate. And this was 2 weeks ago, maybe. And what's that show called? The one that's like the last time I watched something like this was American Idol. You know what I'm talking about, where all these people compete for who's gonna be the next whatever, and they're doing magic shows and all this other stuff. And I'm in the corner while they're watching this. I want to spend some time with them. I'm in the corner, like, not really paying attention, and I'm on my phone looking at YouTube videos and stuff like that. And then somebody was singing, and I liked their voice, so I went over there and listened to it. And as I was listening, I was like, wow, they got a really nice voice. And I started listening to their stories. They tell the little stories before they come on. I was like, wow. And the one girl story, when they were showing, she was a Native American girl, and it was touching. I almost started crying. I was like, wow, And they got my emotional, strings. They got me emotionally attached to her. And then I started watching her. Then I started watching another one. Next thing you know, I almost watched half that damn show. And I quickly realized when I left that it's very easily to fall into the trap of, and nothing against these people that are trying to live their dreams. More power to them. But I don't need to watch them do it. Okay? Watching too much TV will give you a soft head. I find my entertainment through learning how to live a better life, and I've gotten so much knowledge off of YouTube, it's ridiculous. Of course, every once in a while I watch stupid videos. I'm sure you guys do too, but don't fall in the trap of being distracted. There's so many distractions out here to keep us off the truth and what's going on. And every time I talk to somebody and they think I'm crazy or dumb or something like that, I got to realize that the government's done a good job. They have really done a great job of hiding and disguising and just keeping the truth away from us. And it's disheartening, And I used to be one of those people, even a person that was like me, where I always thought outside the box and was always interested in finances. And I thought back then that materialistic stuff was important. But now I don't care about that. Only thing that I care about now is the people that I love, myself, my health. That's my real wealth. To get in better shape, because I got to do that. And the things that I want in the future, my home, my homestead, the chickens I want to raise, the animals, the stuff that I want to grow and produce my own food. I think about solar panels and how I'm gonna, get electricity for myself to be off the grid of the city, in the state, and the government, and the county, and stuff like that. But they do a good job of hiding this stuff from us, man. They make people think that that's the stupid way to live. Guys, all these buildings and this city life and all that, relatively speaking, in human history, all this stuff is new. It's new. And all this materialistic stuff that they feed our brains because we're brainwashed. It's not important. Not to me, anyways. Everybody's different. But I have a nice vehicle. I look at it different now. Now I want a pickup truck now. I want a pickup truck so that I can put my stuff on the back of it, because it gives me utility and it gives me value. It brings value to me. My car brings me value, obviously, and I very much appreciate it, because I wake up every morning grateful for everything that I have. But I'm a bit of a hoarder. You know, I hold things that don't really bring value to my life. And I want you guys to look at that too. Now, I know I'm all over the place in this video, but we're all human beings. We all live life every day doing different things. So you guys can feel me on this, you know. And I suggest what you do is get rid of the clutter. I'm not talking about being a minimalist or nothing like that. I've seen that. I thought about doing that too, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about using and having things that bring value to you and that can, you know, help you sustain your lifestyle, you know, whatever that thing may be, whatever those items may be. And definitely within the next 6 months to a year, I'll be turning my car in, and whatever I have to pay, the difference if I do or don't, I'm gonna get me a pickup truck. And all I'm thinking about is buying a lot of land and buying the things that I need to put on that land, and to be self-sustained with my animals and my fruits and my vegetables and my wheat and whatever I need, to not have to leave my place and be self-sustained. Because I thought about prepping and stuff, and prepping led me into this, right? Being prepared to leave, and I'm thinking, well, where am I gonna go when I'm prepped to leave, you know? And my ideal dream life is to live 80%, 90% of how we used to live, and then throw in 10, 20, 15, whatever percent of modern technology that'll help me sustain life, and appreciate those technologies and help them enhance me and not make me kind of stupid and dependent on them, like flicking a switch for a light and stuff like that. Because we're very dumbed down. Back in my days, I'm in my mid 40s. We used to have to write phone numbers down. Now nobody knows anybody's phone number. We just put it in the phone and that's it. And we don't have to think about anything. We press a button to heat our food and everything else. We're living better than kings did, you know, 100 years and more. The things that we have at our fingertips is ridiculous, and it makes us dumb. And I truly believe, dumb and not thinking. And I truly believe that's not by accident, okay? So I'm gonna switch my channel up a little bit. If you want me, like I said, I have a whole bunch of silver and gold, you know, purchases that I made before and stuff like that. And all that stuff is cool. But I wanna be more than just a dude that's just showing off his silver and trying to be funny all the time, you know, because I am more of a deeper layered person than that. And that's why I'm showing you my face, because when I see people hiding their faces because they're scared of, you know, for security purposes, not showing it because they're stacking their silver and gold. I don't want to be that dude. I want to be more of to help people get what they want out of life. You know what I mean? And to educate them and show them what I've learned through my tribulations, trials, mistakes, and the things that I've learned through others' mistakes. And the videos, I mean, hundreds of hours of videos, thousands of hours of videos I've learned from people that are experts in that field. So stay tuned. Don't know what the next video is going to be about, honestly. I just took a walk and I saw John out here, and let me tell you, there's plenty of people that are less fortunate than you. And because of the housing moratorium and the unemployment being, you know, unemployment's gone for the most part, I think. I know in this part is, I don't know. People are hurting, man. And now, I don't know if they extended the housing moratorium or not. Let me know in the comment section below if they did in your area. But a lot of people are being evicted. And not only the people that were renting the place are evicted, the people that were renting to them are gonna lose those places. And they're gonna lose their own home because they depended on that income. These guys are mom and pop people, man. You know, stores closed, their businesses have closed. Again, I believe this is all by design, not on accident. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys know you're my boys, man. You know that. I love you guys very much. All right. I'm sorry I haven't made a lot of videos. If you want me to go back to the old style, let me know. Let me know what you want to hear from me. You know, I know I'm not the end all be all, obviously. There's all kind of videos you can learn from and stuff like that. But if you have a connection with me and I resonate with you, let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll do that. All right. You guys have a wonderful night, day, whenever you guys watch this, and keep on stacking. All right. You know the things you need to stack. Keep on stacking. Most important thing is get yourself better. You know, get your knowledge better, get your body better, get your mind sharp, keep your head on a swivel, your spirit up good. Your attitude is the most important thing. Have a great attitude out here. There's a lot of doom and gloom, but always wake up every morning and have an attitude of gratitude and be appreciative of what you got. Because if you're not appreciative of what you have, it's very hard to get more of things that you want. All right? I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. All right? Peace and love, guys.